Hey, sports cards investor, and welcome to a new video here on the Soccer Card Investing YouTube channel. Today, we are going to look into US soccer players to invest in, who actually are the most interesting and the best soccer players to invest in when it comes to sports cards investing. Once again, let me announce you that in less than 2 weeks, I'm actually doing a live training, a series of 4 different live trainings for free on soccercardinvesting.com/portfolio. It's my 4-step blueprint for building your very own soccer card portfolio. So if you're struggling with the questions, which players you should invest in, how different competitions and tournaments are actually affecting those prices. And if you want a clear and step-by-step process and want to see how I'm doing it, then sign up for free to participate in this live training and get my step-by-step process to build your very own soccer card portfolio. So just sign up on soccercardinvesting.com/portfolio. All right, and now let's dive into today's content. I will start with a player who's probably very well known to most of you. It's Christian Pulisic, currently playing at Chelsea, and of course, this guy is not a surprise anymore, right? He's not a secret anymore as well. Pretty successful, very early on in his career. Actually, just 22. His father actually as well was he was a professional player, and I guess that also shaped Christian in his youth, because in 2015 he actually made the change and the move to Dortmund, came to Germany. So at 15 years old, he was just 16 actually when he came to Germany. Played in the under 17, then got promoted to the under 19 pretty early on as well, just a couple months later. So definitely they recognized his talent, and then from time to time he got more and more appearances in the first squad of Borussia Dortmund, and it wasn't too long in the squad, and he drew so much attention from other clubs in European football that he finally made the move to Chelsea 2019 for a whopping 64 million euros. And this summer, or in this May, he actually had his greatest achievement so far and won the Champions League with Chelsea. So for me, Christian Pulisic is a top player because he's already proven himself at top level. I mean, it's the Champions League final, and he actually won it with his team. And yeah, I mean, pretty amazing what he has already achieved at 22 years old. And yeah, even though he's no longer a secret, of course, I still think he is an interesting player to invest in. Top talent for me, super fast, super speedy, and also pretty clinical in terms of his finishing. So definitely a player who can score at least 10 goals, I would say, per season. Last season, for example, in his 52 appearances in the Premier League, he scored 13 times, had 8 assists, so that's a pretty decent season, I would say. And if you look at the Sports Cards Investor Market Movers tool here, for example, one card I really like of him is his 2016 Donruss Soccer card here, for example, in the PSA 10 version. Currently sells for about $403, and that's actually his lowest spot during the last 19 days. So yeah, might be an interesting opportunity right now. Up to the next one, also a Borussia Dortmund fellow, Giovanni Reyna. Erling Haaland actually calls him the American Wonder Kid, I believe. Just 18 years old, absolutely insane. I remember when he came up on his debut for Borussia Dortmund, and he played with all the confidence of a player who already played a couple of years in the Bundesliga. So you don't really notice his young age on the field. He's actually really well developed already. You can see it as well in terms of his market value at 18 years, already a market value of 38 million. Pretty impressive. He's also the son of a former football soccer pro. So his father, Claudio Reina, also I believe he played in the Bundesliga. Yeah, he played at Leverkusen and Wolfsburg, also Man City later on in the States. So pretty interesting when you see that actually the father of so many young talents, and we will have another candidate for that as well later on in this video, was actually a soccer professional as well. That, yeah, obviously I think sometimes has a big influence on them very early on in their career, and they might have like a slight advantage definitely compared to other talents. So I'm pretty excited to see what Giovanni Reina will be up to this season under the new Borussia Dortmund coach Marco Rose. So he actually has a pretty good image, Rose, the head coach. But when he worked at my team at Borussia Mönchengladbach, he actually failed, in my point of view, in integrating the very young players. So let's see if he can do a better job on that at Borussia Dortmund, and Giovanni Reina actually gets the playing time he deserves. I would hope so. Looking on the market movers tool here again, we can see a pretty exciting card of Giovanni Reina as well. The 2019 top scorer in Bundesliga soccer, also considered the rookie card by many. And yeah, this was actually selling at his highest spot at $725, and is currently selling around $400. So that's definitely also an opportunity for margin here. And the next one is a defensive player. It's Serginho Dest. Was a bit surprising from my point of view that he made the move to Barcelona last October. It was a last-minute transfer, basically, from Ajax to Barcelona. And what was even more surprising wasn't just like actually the transfer, but that he developed himself to a really crucial player as well in the squad of Ronald Koeman, the head coach of Barcelona. Had 30 appearances in La Liga, so you can check that here as well. Yeah, he was subbed sometimes, but as you can see, pretty consistently played 90 minutes, 84, 87, sometimes even here as a right midfielder, so in a bit more offensive position than as a right back. But that's also due to the fact that, for example, I would pick this game here against Sevilla, and I'm pretty sure that Barcelona played with 3 men in the defense. Yeah, 3 center backs, Piqué, Lenglet, Mingueza, and then Dest is more or less, in German we call it Schienenspieler, so the player who's actually like running up and down here on the very right side. Same applies for Alba, and you will see this formation, this lineup very often, for example, in this previous Euro tournament, where really many teams are using this kind of formation with 3 center backs and then a more offensive right back and a more offensive left back, who do have their obligations in the defense, but also are definitely responsible for creating chances in the front. And Serginho Dest is a player just like this, and that's also because due to his playing style, he's pretty fast and very skilled with the ball, very good technique. So definitely a kind of right back, even though normally defensive players don't get much love from the market. Serginho Dest for me definitely is a player who has the potential to score a couple of times per season and also do many assists. And he's young as well, 20 years old, already a market value at 30 million. Looking on the market, interesting cards you can find from him, for example, is 2019 Topps Museum Collection. There's also Panini Sega card of him. And I just saw this here at Sold Items, for example. You have this 2019 Topps UEFA. You might know this series from the Erling Haaland sticker from that very same season, 2019 UEFA Champions League, the Topps version here. And as you can see here, a SGC 9 graded card from that series sold at just $11.19. So yeah, you can't do anything wrong with that, I would say. You can see here, for example, the War card selling at $99. So yeah, not much supply right now on the market, but Serginho Dest definitely is an interesting prospect for me as well. Other names I wanted to mention, Weston McKennie. I liked him very much when he played at Schalke in the Bundesliga. From my point of view, is a very active central midfielder, the kind of player you would name as box to box, right? He's running up and down the pitch as well. High work rate, and always basically involved in the team's play. Not a very passive player. He's very active, very aggressive against the ball. And made the move to Juventus last summer. Oh, actually, it was a loan with a fee, and now they have like a buying clause. They have to basically buy him this summer now and pay the second fee here, the second transfer fee. So in total, this was also like a 25 million euro deal. And he had got some playing time in Serie A as well at Juventus Turin. Wasn't always in the squad for 90 minutes, but as you can see here, sometimes definitely he played through the 90 minutes, also sometimes on the side. So he's a really flexible player. That's due to his physics, I would say, due to his condition. Definitely a player who's not really bound to a central midfield position, but could also play on the sides. Then we have Taylor Adams, also pretty interesting, plays at RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga. RB Leipzig, you know it, also a Champions League side, pretty attractive soccer they are playing. And Tyler Adams definitely is a part in that squad. So he's one of the American players who really surprised me because, arrived from New York Red Bulls in January 2019 to RB Leipzig for a pretty low fee of 2,630,000 euros. And you never know, right? Between those transfers from Red Bull to another Red Bull squad, it's always a bit difficult. But we can't debate his quality as a player. Had 51 appearances in the Bundesliga, so that definitely speaks for his quality. Also played in the Champions League 9 times, so a crucial part of the RB Leipzig squad. Also, for me, a bit similar to Weston McKennie. He's a hard worker on the pitch, also more in the defense, can play as a right back as well. But definitely at RB Leipzig has a bit of the work that Casemiro, for example, has at Real Madrid. So really he's there a bit to clean up. Not really the guy who's heavily involved in the playmaking, although he has definitely his qualities there as well. But for me, his biggest strength actually also is like his aggressiveness against the ball. Then we have Yunus Musa. Honestly, can't tell you too much about him, but it looks pretty interesting as well. So got promoted to the first side of Valencia. Only 18 years old. He's a right winger, 50 million market value, so that's pretty high. And what's interesting as well is that he had his education in the Arsenal youth team. So basically very early on made the move to Europe and had the best, one of the best youth academies in Europe, basically. Throughout the years, made the move to Valencia then early on in 2019, and 1 year after that got promoted to the first team. And he's playing sometimes, 32 appearances. I guess he is a kind of player that you can throw in like for the last 10, 15, 20 minutes, a quick player, right, that can make some trouble in the opponent's defense, but definitely someone you would like to have an eye on as well. Then we have Timothy Weah. Also interesting, his father as well was a pretty iconic player in the US, George Weah, so also a central forward, just like his son. Weah sometimes, again, is also like a right winger or left winger, so likes to come over the sides as well. Due to speed, that is a position that fits him very well. Interesting for me is that he at Lille just won the French national championship. So that's pretty amazing, I would say, at this age as well, already a big achievement for him in his personal career, professional career. The fee of his last transfer from Paris to Lille was 10 million. So that's a considerable amount as well, considering that he was just 20 years old. So Timothy Weah, definitely a player as well that you should have in the back of your mind for the future of American soccer. And then last but not least, we have Brenden Aaronson. Also very interesting for me because he came to RB Leipzig, to RB Salzburg, to the Austrian Bundesliga from Philadelphia as a replacement for the Hungarian Dominik Szoboszlai. That was basically the star player at RB Salzburg. He then went to RB Leipzig in Germany and Salzburg in Austria. Brenden Aaronson as a replacement from Philadelphia. And I guess no one really calculated with that, but he transformed into a crucial player for RB Salzburg as well. Had 20 appearances, 5 goals, 5 assists, is only 20 years old as well. Looking to have a bright future, and I know he's already being linked with RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga, so probably just a matter of time when he is also doing the move to the German Bundesliga and present himself on a more international playing field, probably with more international audiences and potentially as well in the Champions League. Although that's interesting about RB Salzburg, they as well, if I'm not mistaken, are qualified for the Champions League. So last season, let me check that real quick. They finished first, I would say. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they finished first. So definitely dominated the league and therefore are qualified for the Champions League as well. So Brenden Aaronson definitely has the chance as well to present himself already next season on the biggest stage in European club football. So definitely an exciting prospect, and you might be very early now if you have your eyes on him as well. All right. That's about it for today's video. Hope it was helpful for you here to wrap it up. All the information basically, and all the crucial players of American football right now when it comes to soccer card investing. Once again, the reminder, if you're interested in building out your very own soccer card portfolio and would like to have a step-by-step process for doing that you can follow along, I'm offering this for you to you for free in my 4-series live training, the Soccer Card Portfolio Blueprint. To sign up for it, just go to soccercardinvesting.com/portfolio and you'll be in. All right. It was fun for me to stay with you here today, and I see you here next time. That is tomorrow. See you there. Bye.